Welcome, my Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon in Pisces to new moon next in Virgo, our sign, because I am your reader. Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions. The Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but your dad just calls me Mal. Hi, and Virgo Sun sign, 4 planets in Virgo, second house, because I'm Leo rising. We're looking at what? I got Mars, I've got Sun conjunct Jupiter in Venus, and what is it? Uranus conjunct Pluto. So I have a handful. Your Generation X reader, the fun one, Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. Let's get to it, shall we? My subscribers, thank you so much for following along. My numbers are growing slowly but steadily. Yeah, I'm a Virgo. I'd rather really do it through service. And I'm glad that I am being of service, so thank you for your likes, your comments, for those of you who hit the notification bell, because I'm just putting stuff out at weird hours because I've been taking clients and, you know, the mystical path and all that jazz, you get me. So if you are new to my channel, please do consider following along. Your support is always helpful. I am monetized, so every time you watch something for long enough, watch them ads, I get a couple of pennies on it, so really good. And if you want to book me for a reading, it's easy enough to do. Find me on Facebook or social media, drop me a message. I'm a little busy, but I'm a Virgo. If you want something done, give it to somebody who's busy. Terry Pratchett quote. Otherwise, let's get down to the biz. This is my first reading of the day. The moon is in Capricorn now. I waited until the moon was in Capricorn. It is Thursday. What is it? August something or other. The 28th, right? Today is the 28th, I believe. Whatever. 27th, 28th. When you do readings, you go nonlinear, even when you're an earth sign. That being said, what we are looking at here today is a What Do I Need read from this full moon, the harvest moon in Pisces, which is the full moon I was born under, though it takes place on September 2nd. My birthday is on the 6th, but I was born in 1968, yes, which makes me 52 years old on September 6th, and yes, I know I don't look it. Witchcraft. But here's the thing about this particular full moon that I noticed. Eastern time, because I live in New York, it's at 1:22 a.m. So if you want to catch the waxing side of that, right, you might want to do your magic the day before on the 1st, like that night. Like I think it's a Tuesday or a Wednesday, so I think it's Tuesday night is the 1st. So you might want to look at that, right, to time that out. Otherwise, you're going to be on the waning side of the full moon, which if you're doing waning energy, you're good to go. But then we're looking at the 2-week period, the waning moon, to the new moon in Virgo, which is our new moon for the year. And it's good that we'll be able to kind of go through that dark moon in Libra to get ourselves really balanced to anything we want to cast for ourselves in particular on that new moon. Again, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. But it's at 7:02 a.m. it goes new, and it only stays in Virgo for another 42 minutes after that when it goes, 40 minutes. So it goes into Virgo 7:02 a.m. and then void, of course, 7:42 a.m. It's a little early, but if you can wait until 2:56 p.m., essentially 3 p.m. that day, on the 17th, by the way, we're looking at the new moon on the 17th, it goes into Libra. So not bad. I mean, not horrible, right? But at least you can get some new moon vibes. All right, the astrology out of the way. What do I need read is really simple. It's asking the divination systems. Actually, I have 2 healing tools, right? Because we've got Carolyn Mace and Matt Kahn. Those are really healing tools. They're not so much divination systems. But then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 essentially oracle dealios here. So out of the 7 different decks, we're doing a double dip on the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack. It's a great way to go to the divine and say, hey, what do I need for a specific period of time? This is not a timeless one. These are like spiritual counseling in cardboard form. So do keep in mind it's general. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Check your other signs, because this might be just one aspect of your life. So Virgos, if this is your sun sign, like the Pisces one, is going to totally give me a different vibe for my Pisces moon, which I want to get to that too, because it's full moon in Pisces. Get it? Cool, cool. All right, so let's dive in. Follow your breath. I'll do the same. Get you the guidance, the clarity, the grace that I can from the divine. And let's see if we can have fun while we do it, shall we? Take a nice deep breath. It's a lot of exposition, but it's necessary. Oh, here's the best part. All the decks that I read are in the description box at the bottom. I just went from Virgo Sun to Pisces Moon. Please, let's do this. My collective pantheons. One card in clarity. A Caroline Mace archetype card for the Virgo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for this full moon in Pisces to new moon next. Our new moon for September 2020. Please, my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, obviously our own, perhaps mine included. What is the dominant archetype, the dominant soul power that needs to be alchemized in ourselves, in another, in a situation, all that in a side of fries for this full moon to new moon next September 2020? The Midas Miser archetype. I'm pretty sure this has come up for Virgo before. I can't keep it all straight in my head. I'm very nonlinear to begin with, unless I'm using Quicken. Speaking of Quicken, right? Miser, Midas archetype. Now, this is a creative family archetype. And I think speaks well to not just Earth signs in general, but to where we are on planet Earth right now. So whether this is something you're dealing with within yourself, the miser part of it is the shadow. The shadow is toxic. It's supposed to trigger you because it's also in the collective, right? So as you heal this within yourself, if you're dealing with it, I can't imagine anyone not right now dealing with that. When you hear it, you'll understand. But you're healing that within the quantum. You're healing that within the unity, the holographic pattern of oneness appearing as many. So the shadow attribute, hoarding money and emotions. Now it's funny, it doesn't say hoarding money or emotions, it says and emotions. Like those things are connected, and of course they are. It's obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Now if of course the financial part of that, look what we're going through. I mean, really, look what we're going through, unless you're really in that small handful of people, right? Chances are you have a fear of losing your wealth, and also understand wealth takes many forms, not just financial. So the opportunity to alchemize from lead to gold is the process of waning moon, because lead has 3 more atoms than gold, right? So 3 things have to be burned off, transformed, given away, however you want to be, lost on some level. So the light that you're shooting for, entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold. Anything to gold, like to use fertilizer, to take shit and fertilize to make things grow, right? So that's definitely in there, the Midas touch, right? Delight in sharing life's riches. And look, if you're a hedonist earth sign like I am, and I'm feeling you might have a touch of it, I have way more than a touch of it. I've got near inappropriate touch of it in my life. This is that delight in sharing life's riches, which can be snuggle time at this point. Like, hasn't snuggling up with somebody just become a treasure now? It's like, before it was nice. I was like, right? That physical intimacy, that's, you see, because that's the thing, if we only look at wealth as purely financial, really, as earth signs, not get, because you can have all the money. Watch the movie All of Me with Lily Tomlin and Steve Martin. Edwina Cutwater, back in bowl. You see what I mean? Let's ask the angels. Who is the angel walking with us? I'll be it on this. I'm pretty good at the Midas touch. Depends on who and what I'm touching. Don't want to turn. I love gold. Gold member. Let's ask the angel who walks with us, shall we? Nice deep breath. Right, because this is a what do I need reading. Sorry, I thought my phone was off. It is off. It is off. It just decided to make a noise anyway. So what do I need reading? We need to alchemize that from the collective pantheon. So what is the angel we need to call upon, work with, know about, jive with? This for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign from this full moon in Pisces. That's interesting. To new moon next in Virgo. I saw like this little cloud of mystery. Oh yeah, well of course it's Pisces moon. I'm wicked clairvoyant today. So who is the angel that walks with us, please, my angels, for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign for this full moon in Pisces to new moon next in Virgo? Abundance. Abundance. All right. All right. So what would the angel of abundance do? Just like what? What, mysteriously like download money into your account? Yeah, angels don't do that. Well, maybe they do. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they had an upgrade in the rule book. I don't know. But definitely going to help you find your abundance, manifest abundance. But also remember the word abundance means extra. Don't the original meanings of words. See, because sometimes that's what the angels will bust you on, right? Not that they're assholes, but if you're like, I want more abundance in my life, and I don't know, you find yourself with more abundance of laundry or something, you're like, that's not what I meant. And they're like, well, use your words, particularly if you're dealing with Archangel Michael, which we are about to do with the Blue Angel Oracle. That's why I want to keep on going from that abundance card with Midas Miser, because it's already pointing in a direction. Now, I love Archangel Michael. I used to be an Archangel Michael channel, and on and off every now and again. I don't even call it channeling anymore. I did in the 80s and the 90s. Now it's more like aspecting or avatarization, which is just a fun word to say with your lips. Try it, avatarization. Because how can it be channeling in unity consciousness if we're all one, right? That indicates a separate thing coming through. I've thought about these things while other kids were on skateboards. I was on a Ouija board. Breathe. Oh, hello, Archangel Michael. I should say hello again, Archangel Michael. Please, can I have one card in clarity for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for this full moon in Pisces to new moon next in Virgo, our new moon for September 2020, please. The collective is talking about the Midas Miser archetype for alchemization. And the angels are talking about abundance, but we know that could be abundance of anything, although the vibe I'm getting on that, I don't know if it's personal or collective, but I feel it's like something yummy's coming. Something yummy's coming. Definitely earth sign, satisfying. So please, can you please clarify what it is that we need from your point of view, beloved Archangel Michael, this full moon to new moon next September 2020. It's the card I got this morning. Gateway 111. At least it's not 1111, please. I used to work for her. And if you don't know who her is, they named a Toyota after her, which I think is just the best. Literal karma, C-A-R-M-A. Gateway 111, evolution. Evolution. I mean, I literally read this a couple of hours ago, except the numbers on it. It's right, 38, 1911. Card number 38. Not terribly long. But you might be aware of this anyway, because it's a little general, a little vague. Card number 38, Gateway 111. Unlike Route 66, because you can get your kicks on Route 66. Evolution. Observe this image closely. Okay, I don't know. Good luck. Observe this image closely. It depicts a portal that leads you up golden steps of light to an arc, an A-R-C. Not the organization, I'm sure. Oh, okay, but I see it. So you're not, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there is an arc. Look at the little fingers, spider they wear. Okay, to an arc, right? Once you reach this point, you ascend again to even higher realms of consciousness. So you can see even above that arc, there's higher stuff going on. The spiritual journey is occurring within you. Right now, you are ascending to higher planes of awareness, wisdom, and love. Now, okay, let's put a pin in that for a sec, shall we? Let's unpack that. So right now, we are going through. We are ascending to higher planes of awareness, wisdom, and love. So just becoming aware of wisdom. And remember, wisdom ain't just thought. It's from experience. Often it comes from looking back over. And when you're ascending, not that you always need to be looking forward, but to look back and just be like, and see, it's like, oh my God, I've grown, I've learned, I've become. And to then be aware of a higher love. It's bring me a higher love. It's a higher love I've been dreaming of. This is a significant point in your soul's evolution, a rare and major event. Now look, with the Midas Miser, lead to gold, right? That alchemization. Energy can't go through lead. It's an insulator, right? Energy can go through gold, though. It's a conductor. So this really might say what you need to do is sort of get your circuitry balanced, right? Like alchemize some of your connections from lead to gold to let that energy move through you, because this is a rare and major event. So it's not like, oh, I better hurry up and do that, but just be aware that what you're going through is in preparation for it. So if it's been rough, who gets it easy right now, right? Unless they have a staff of people fulfilling their every whim. And even then, you never know. It is an initiation through which you are eternally blessed, meaning blessed outside of time, all of time. There are cycles of great wisdom and love from this point on. Through one heart, one dream, one love, I ascend upon golden wings to a world of crimson dreams. Crimson dreams? What's a crimson dream about? I don't know, but I think I want to find out. I like a little, oh, I do like some King Crimson, but that galaxy far, far away, long time ago. So thank you, Archangel Michael. I mean, look, he's a revealer of truth, but that doesn't mean he doesn't speak in ways that make you like, oh, okay. That larger point of view. So let's balance that out with the Kuan Yin. Let's talk to Kuan Yin. Let me tune to her, and we'll see what she says we need this full moon to new moon next September. Breathe. Oh, Kuan Yin. I love you. I love you too. Please, one card in clarity for the Virgo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for this full moon in Pisces to new moon next in Virgo. Please, what do we need, beloved one? Bodhisattva, goddess, ascended master, you've been called by so many names and titles. Please, what do you see? What do you feel? What do you know that we need? This Virgo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs this full moon to new moon next September 2020. Sisters of the Sun Rising. We've had this one before. I believe I sang about a house in New Orleans, which would be the house of the rising sun. These are Sisters of the Sun Rising. Like the highway on Long Island. Card number 28. Hey, I can be sacred and profane at the same time. This is 2020. Anything can happen. Sorry, card number 28. I went the wrong direction. 26, 27, 28. I'm pretty sure this is about collaboration, if I remember correctly. Okay. You are a highly creative being. Yeah, that's easier. With the potential to help raise the... Does that really say that? Oh, it says vibration. You are a highly creative being with the potential to help raise the vibration of consciousness on this planet through your creative projects, works, dreams, and hobbies. So put a pin in that for a second. Let's unpack that. So all of this abundance and this ascension and evolution, that it's about the creativity. It's about the service. And remember, we are Virgos, but it's service, right? Through our creativity, the power of collaboration, choosing to work with others in joint projects, allow for synergy to occur where you can go stronger and become more than the sum of your individual parts, calling in great cosmic assistance and potency. So again, it's like I get that thing of circuitry. As you're alchemizing your own lead to gold and your own alchemical, I mean, you don't, well, I mean, if you have gold and lead in your system, it's tricky. But gold, you can get colloidal gold like colloidal silver. So please understand, we are talking metaphorically here, the language of alchemy. That whatever blocks, fears, blah, 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 your lessons, the unprocessed, all of that, and a side of really horrible tasting fries, that as you do that, of course, you're going to draw to yourself both people to help you alchemize that, which means sometimes they point out what the lead is, twin flame, or someone who's going to help you really make that alchemy happen with love and grace and wisdom through collaboration while they are going through the same, though it may look very different, process of alchemy. Hence, soul family and collaboration. But that will allow what? Greater cosmic assistance and potency. In other words, they're not going to send you lightning if you don't have the circuitry in place. This is divine love. Kuan Yin saying, yeah, we're not sending you the energy, the download, all of the abundance that you need until you are ready for it. But understand there's nothing really you can do to speed up or slow down getting ready for it. This is all divine plan stuff. So you are guided to remain open to other souls joining forces with you, just like sisters of the sun rising that bring great energy to help humanity through their group endeavors. When you allow for aligned group effort, much that is wonderful can occur. In other words, the divine can work. Many hands make light work. Light work. Sorry. Are you a light worker? Yes, and I also am a shadow worker because I'm a witch. I need all of it, right? It's all unity. A prayer for the sisters of the sun rising. Can they make this in a large print, please? Really, the letters are so... The print is so teeny tiny. Beloved sister... Oh, it's a prayer. Breathe. Energy's high on this one. Beloved sisters of the sun rising. Sweet Sister Kuan Yin, thank you for your help now in opening my heart fearlessly with confidence, faith, friendliness, firm boundaries, and an open mind to be inspired, supported, and helped in making successful creative collaborations. May all such relationships be blessed in my life now. Om Mani Padme Hum. Blessings on the jewel in the soul of the lotus. Praise be the jewel in the soul of the lotus. That's really, really quite beautiful and a very, very clear, distinct message, too, that this abundance coming in ain't all about you individually. It is about collaboration. It might be about family, might be about friends, might be about work. Again, going to be different for everybody. But with those first 4 card down, we get these next 4, which will bring a little bit more detail, particularly the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack. We did the angels, we did, well, the Archangel Michael, we did Kuan Yin. Now we're going to the Ascended Masters. Oh, don't do that, Mark. I separated them into 2 decks. The problem suit in this hand, we're going to ask them, what's the problem? It's waning moon. What's part of perhaps that lead that we're alchemizing into gold? And what can help do that with the other half of the pack, which is the suit of luck, the suit of grace, and the suit of healing? Breathe. My Ascended Masters, hello, 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 please. 1 card in clarity for the Virgo Collective. They're very businesslike. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs usually. For this full moon in Pisces to new moon next in Virgo, our new moon for the year, auspicious and all that, please. What is the problem that we need to be aware of, right? That we need to address, that we need to deal with? A piece of shadow. Maybe it's not in us. Maybe it's in... or dealing with others in collaboration, which even that Midas Miser now gets thrown into a different perspective with the shadow and light of the Midas Miser. This might not just be us. We might be a Midas dealing with a Miser, or a Miser dealing with a Midas in a collaboration. So please, what is it that we can work on holographically within ourselves that'll help us heal with this? What do we need to be aware of in terms of the problem? This card, Revenge. Now, I know best served cold. Sweet and cold revenge. But there's something about this, then, that we have to look at the lead here of the miser. That sometimes when we work really, 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 really hard, and we don't get what we want, though we get what we need, it can foster in us, okay, watch what I do now. Right? Now, I get that's a good thing for inspiration for an extent. But when it's harmful, right? Harmful to yourself, a withholding, right? It's like, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it on my own. And you get what I'm saying? That there can be a touch of revenge here. Now, look, there might also be some feelings of revenge here from past collaborations that you are carrying with you. Now, I'm not saying don't feel vengeful. Please, like I said, I do shadow work. Give that vengeful child, we're talking inner child work here, a simpler way of doing it perhaps metaphorically, a vengeful child, to feel it and love it and let it cry and let it scream, because underneath vengeance is pain. That's why there's, what do you want, justice or vengeance, right? You want to be a hero or you're going to be a villain? Now, of course, vigilantes are considered villain, heroic villains, or whatever. Too much DC Comics TV. But definitely that thing of revenge there. Just be, not like be aware of it. Beware of it. Be aware of it. If there is this competitive vibe, because sometimes collaborations do that. If not within the collaboration, then there's a problem here in terms of dealing with revenge against competitors. And can you use your competitors as collaborators in terms of your own inspiration? Although I do feel like that people are coming into your life to help, but keep an eye on it for this waning moon. Dark moons, particularly the dark moon, that's when the stuff's supposed to come off. It's supposed to rise up so that we can see it and heal it, bless it, forgive it, heal it, embrace it, let it go, right? All of that, so that we can start that new moon with much more clarity. Just be aware of that, and that's what we're going to ask the Ascended Masters again. Please, my Ascended Masters, what is the element, the piece of luck that we need to see that's right in front of us, the piece of healing that we need to embrace, or the piece of grace that we need to allow in for to deal with that revenge energy there? For the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, this full moon in Pisces to new moon next in Virgo, our new moon, September 2020. Self-love, the healing card of self-love. We need to embrace self-love, and that's kind of like what I just said. Look, revenge, it can often be, look what you did to me, now look what I'm going to do to myself. You know what I mean? It can be like, you're going to do that? Well, watch now how I take the vengeance on myself. Well, I will abuse and hurt myself. Well, this is the exact opposite of that. That's like saying, I am going to listen to that vengeful voice in me because it feels it's been wronged. And maybe in the third dimensional world, every possible fact points to that being not just true, but the truth. But there is a higher truth here, that what you learned from that, if you can alchemize, like, what are you withholding in the miser? Are you withholding forgiveness? You can forgive somebody the pain that they were in. That doesn't mean you work with them again. Oh, work, please. Oh, where is my drag fan over on the other side of the room? Holy shit skis. Absolutely. I've walked away from entire organizations where there was toxicity there. But that doesn't mean that you can't alchemize and give, at least through prayer, a willingness to forgive. Because it's like saying, I am so sorry that you were in so much pain that you had to do what you did. So maybe this revenge isn't coming from you, but maybe there has been some revenge in your past dealing with collaborations and other people. Now I have to say, nothing romantic sexual here, vibrationally. Gotta say, this could play itself out in all sorts of different ways. I mean, because collaboration, I don't feel like the Sisters of the Sun Rising have to do, I mean, unless it's like a thruple plus. I mean, what's 4? Would 5, 6 be a hexaple? It's a lot of sheets. Let's keep moving. Let's then ask the Ascended Masters, who gave us the card of revenge and the card of healing, which is, by the way, number 1 in the healing suit. I didn't realize that before. I've had this deck forever, since the dawn of time. Let's ask from the healing mantra deck, Matt Kahn. Again, not a divination system, a healing tool, but one that I think works well for my work. Breathe. My Ascended Masters, I feel you. Please, one card in clarity. For the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, this full moon in Pisces to new moon next in Virgo, our new moon, September 2020. Please, considering Midas Miser, Abundance, Gateway of Evolution, Sisters of the Sun Rising collaboration, the problem of revenge, But the solution, if you will, the healing suit card of self-love, please, what is our perfect healing mantra to help with all of this? This new moon, this full moon to new moon next September 2020. Cultivating courage. In any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. Deck drop. Look, you in the present moment, you always know exactly what to do. You just don't know that. So that's why this mantra is so good, particularly for the self-employed. In any given moment, I always know exactly what to do, rather than what Virgos can do is anticipate. What does the ego do? It anticipates, right? It's at war. It worries, it anticipates, and what's the R? I can't believe I blanked on the R. They'll give it to me before we're done, I'm sure. Regrets. Thank you. Very fast. Right? So we worry about the future. We anticipate and we regret whatever we end up doing anyway. Well, that's what the ego does, right? So rather to be raw, respect, acknowledge, and welcome whatever comes up, hence dealing with that revenge thing. That doesn't mean you let it run the show. That's the part of self-love here. But from that comes, in any given moment, I always know exactly what to do, so we don't have to be so apprehensive about every single choice, particularly in a collaboration. So let's say you with this collaboration that appears in your life, you say, all right, I'm going to give it a shot. I've got some pretty bad vibes going on from collaborations in the past. Lord knows I do. All sorts of different areas of my life too, non-romantic. But I'll know what to do in the moment, right? And if this feels off, if this feels weird, I'm going to say something. And if it's all mine, right? But I'm not holding back anymore. And may you be fried in the flames of my light. Should you try anything sneaky? But I'm a witch. What do you want? I don't have to be nice. I'm a witch. Cultivating courage in any given moment. I always know exactly what to do. Nice doesn't always get the job done. When courage is cultivated, you are aware of your choices and able to pinpoint your most inspired options with accuracy and ease. Now that right there, you're aware of your options. So any options that you're not aware of, that's the universe saying, we'll give you more later. From what you have in front of you, you will know what to do. Such options may not always match up with the things you want, but they will always give you the exact experience you need to further evolve your soul. And that's true. Like, one of the options is to forgive the past. Now, you may not want to do that. You may not. The ego can't do that. It's only the soul that can do that. But that's why the small willingness, right? And that's dealing with that revenge. Maybe there's somebody coming up, or a group collaboration. Yeah, you can collab with one other person too. But to kind of feel that, right? To be aware of that yes, I can be willing to forgive, collaborate, but that doesn't mean I'm giving you my PIN number. Right? That there's something here for the journey of the soul. Never do anything that your gut screams no, because sometimes it just means no, not yet. But also, if there is abuse, neglect, codependence, walk away. Just my 2 cents on that. As you cultivate courage, you are stepping into a new frontier of soul expansion, where life has permission to guide you forward into the fulfillment of your long-awaited destiny, right? So sometimes, we may have had to walk through some swamps, may have had to. Of course, we all have to walk through. We'll have to go through that darkness, because that's sparking from that revenge card. But it do take courage to manifest. I just said this to a guy this morning on Scruff of all things. We were talking about courage, because I have those conversations on Scruff, and said to him to look to the root of the word, like it's cur. Look at the original meaning. Oh, I didn't know that. I go, a lot of people don't. I'm just wicked verbal dude, yeah? So, courage, the French word, the cur, the heart, right? That in any given moment, you'll always know exactly what to do for the fulfillment of your long-awaited destiny, which is what? Your heart's desire. So it takes courage to manifest your cur's desire, right? This mantra is ideal for breaking old habits, deepening your focus, and following your heart. Tricky. Sounds like a waning moon to me, for sure, especially kicking off with a full moon in Pisces. Oh yeah, breathe. Last card down, and there are really no womp womp cards in the Whispers of Love Oracle, which is one of the reasons, one of my absolute favorites, although I don't have favorites amongst my divination systems. Breathe. The higher selves of all involved, particularly my own included. I am sober. Please. Higher selves of all involved. One card in clarity for the Virgo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs from this new full moon in Pisces. I keep doing that. To new moon next in Virgo. What is the piece of inspiration, information, or insight that the Virgo collective needs this new moon to full moon next, considering the Midas Miser archetype, the Angel of Abundance, the Gateway 111 evolution from Archangel Michael, Kuan Yin pointing to the Sisters of the Sun, the Ascended Masters pointing to revenge, self-love, and cultivating courage. Help. Higher selves of all involved, perhaps my own included. What is our piece of clarity, guidance, and grace from our own higher self collective this full moon to new moon next September 2020? Focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. Oh dear, it looks like we're going to have to be forgiving again. Sorry, light be blinded me. There we go. Focus on love. I mean, I do get it, and that's the thing about Virgos. We can be very, well, the word they use is critical. Really, that means focus, right? Critical care unit. Hate using that as an image, but it's a good one, right? They're looking at every fluctuation, all those machines tracking everything, right? Blood gases and biochemical whoozy-whatsis and electrical impulses of the brain. So to have that kind of focus in that way, and it might take a Virgo focus to focus on the love, right? Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. Does that mean people on TV that come into your life too? Let's put it together. All of them are talking about the Midas Miser archetype going from lead to gold. What are you holding on to? Toxic. How can you turn that to gold? Entrepreneurial is wearing, sharing life's riches of what? The angels are talking abundance and that there is an evolution in place here and involving other people, some kind of collaboration. Oh, and I can see how that collaboration might not be an official thing, but to look at the people in your life who perhaps are dealing with revenge, or you're having revenge feelings for, knowing that that's a problem, have been part of the necessary alchemy from lead to gold. What are they withholding? Are they withholding love? Are they withholding truth? See, liars are one thing. Those who omit truth, what's called the sin of omission, who withhold truth, can make you crazy. Almost as bad as liars. They're not quite the same thing, but boy, do they drive you inner. Do they make you go in and really find what is not just true for you as an individual, as soul, but what is truth, universal truth. And that's why I get this card of self-love. You just gotta love yourself. Even if the revenge has been or is being pointed towards you, you be your hero, you be your protector. Cultivating courage, you'll know what to do. You will know at any given moment. I always know exactly what to do, but understand to feel that takes practice. That's why it's a mantra, a mind tool, what mantra means, among other things, from Sanskrit to English. But to strengthen yourself with this mantra, and then you will be able to focus on love, perhaps, when that's what you need to do in any given moment, right? To say, well, underneath all of that, there's somebody in there that is in need of love and screaming for it. I don't have to give them my PIN number to do it. I don't even need to talk to them to do that. I don't even need to communicate to do it, but I can bless them. Now, that's a service, and that's really tricky. But what if that's what is necessary for you to alchemize your circuitry, to have that scaffolding, to handle, there's our first card down here, this Midas Miser thing with the abundance in terms of this evolution. It feels like a lot of good stuff is coming in and in physical form, but there is some fine-tuning needed to be done. And I don't feel like this is something you can speed up or slow down. I just think like anything else, it's part of the plan, it's part of the journey. 'Journey. So let's give you the blessing. May the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need this new moon in Pisces to their, full moon in Pisces to this new moon in Virgo. Don't know why I keep doing that. That they may experience and be aware of this process of evolution that they're in as they focus on love, finding the good in themselves and other people, that love is everywhere to focus on it, as they cultivate courage through self-love in collaboration or because of collaboration with others, as they alchemize their holding on, their fear of losing their wealth into something golden and beautiful, and sharing of their riches, dealing with whatever revenge as part of the lead there in order to allow in the abundance, and to call upon the angel of abundance to bring them all that they need for this full moon and new moon next September 2020, for their well-being and for the well-being of all sentient life, all life. May they be so blessed. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you so much for watching, my Virgos. That was a bit of a knockdown drag out for an 8-card draw, but it does make sense. Reach out if you need assistance, because, you know, we are the servants. Well, servant of the gods and their kids, right? I'm given what I need as I go, and it looks like so are you. And if I'm part of this too, we will get what we need to keep going, moving forward. But otherwise, please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment below if you feel so called, and I really do hope you are. I'd like to know how this fits for you, as I wish you the very best and the very blessed of this full moon to new moon next in our sign Virgo, my darlings. Virgo power, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.